it was one of the most puzzling cases of my career. Some autistic and neurodivergent people find public transport inaccessible, and I had been hired to find out why. I'd heard the new Pound Squeezers in Whitley Bay Shopping Centre had a great offer on LED lights for my bike wheels, so I decided to get a day ticket there. I started to have questions of my own straight away. I can see why people can't make heads or tails of these signs. They pose no problem to me, but the numbers and the letters could make people's heads spin like a duck in a tornado.
A lot of neurodivergent and autistic people tend to have serious trouble with going on public transport. There are varied reasons.
I remember the first time I dropped my son off to get the bus on his own, and he stood at the bus stop and the bus came along and he didn't get on it, and I went running up to him to say, why didn't you get on the bus? And he said because it didn't have where I was going on the front.
Bus signs can't really elaborate on things like they need to know in particular.
The first thing you notice when you get on the bus is you speak to the driver. Could that be an issue? I'm not so easily intimidated, but I can see why that might be difficult.
There was this one time, I went on and asked for my ticket, and he kept like shouting at us, because apparently I was muttering when so that itself really got on my nerves, because I thought at the time he wasn't listening.
I know my son has difficulty talking to the bus driver when he gets on, so I think it can be a bit of an ordeal.
There's no place to sit, only one empty spot. I don't mind parking my old caboose down there, but would everybody?
It's difficult to sit next to somebody that you don't know. The trouble with a bus is you never know if it's going to be crowded when it arrives, so you can't judge. You just have to get on and hope for the best.
When you're alone on the bus for the first few times, your mind just clears completely. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? What am I doing? Am I getting off at this stop? Am I getting off at the next one?
Great Scott! I never realised how overwhelming buses could be.
Smells would also be another one. There's a lot of pungent smells that can be very triggering as well.
And buses themselves are very noisy, and the lights can be quite bright as well.
It can be a bit of a struggle sometimes, but I find the best way to get through it is to kind of put my noise cancelling headphones on, cancel out what's going on around me, and sometimes I just focus on what I'm doing.
It's like,
If they're on a bus and there was a lot of people, I feel like they'd be, again, very paranoid, very anxious, and, you know, like, right, they'd be like, right, how do I get through these people without offending them or, like, being rude?
There was a time, there were about 6 of them, 8 of them. I had a feeling all 8 of them were staring at us for, like, no reason. And I think a few of them got off on where I was stopping, which really, like, freaked us out.
Members of staff should also be aware of people that are neurodivergent and autistic, have them be aware of what to do to help them. The Sunflower Lanyard system is like a scheme to help neurodivergent and autistic people feel more included and more possibly even understood. Also helps people like that don't know about it aware of, you know, that these people have these needs and they can be catered to. And it's more inclusive that way.
Looks like I missed my stop. I know my way around town, but if I didn't, I'd be pretty lost by now. I hope to see change very soon.